Hey, welcome. We have Aspire 9.4. It's been a while, for a couple of weeks, and I completely forgot to give kind of a boost to one of the demos that we have, the eShopLite, using the new feature. So in the next couple of minutes, I am going to show how we can use, in example, GPT-5, the new GPT-5's model, and also how we can improve the code and more that we have in the Aspire 2. Literally, I really like the new code because it's easier to read. So let's do this super fast, go directly to the code. And as usual, remember, I appreciate the likes, subscribes, and more. And hey, I have a demo of GitHub Spark ready to show. Let me, probably next week or in a couple of weeks. So let's start at the beginning. I already have the latest repository cloned here. Let me create a new branch, and we are going to do Bruno update to GPT-5 mini. This is going to be the working branch for us now. Okay, now let's update some of the code that we have here. The way that we work this project is that we have the backend that is going to create an OpenAI that is going to be called OpenAI. This is the client that we have here, and internally has a couple of deployments, including the GPT-5 that we need to do here. So let's do GPT-5 here, and for embeddings, we use text embeddings too. And the other one that we have, this is in the backend, in the products file, and the other is in the app host, where we are going to, again, rename this to GPT-5 minutes. That's going to be the chat deployment name, and also the model that we want to deploy is going to be this. And I need to have here, I think it's 7th of August of this year. So let me also update the version. We have global standard. Everything else should be defined. At this moment, we have, let me double check if we have any. Let's find the GPT-4 in the code. We don't have any GPT-4, that's fine. But at this moment, we should have the application ready to be deployed to the cloud and use this. By the way, it works locally with the user secrets and more. So now is the moment to generate the code and try to deploy. In order to do this, I already did the ACD login. So let's create a new environment, ACD and new, I think it is. Yes, let's do eShop GPT-5 mini as a name. Yes, I think I like it. And with this, it's going to, yes, the file environment, I already have one. Yes, perfect. And what we are going to do now, let's do an infra gen that is going to generate the deployment code. And let's take a look at the Bicep files here. This is going to take some time. It's going to analyze the whole process. And when we are there it is. What we are going to see is that we have an infra folder here. And in this infra folder, we have OpenAI. And this has the creation of, there it is, the GPT-5 mini resource that is going to be called GPT mini, GPT-5 mini, and more. This is the OpenAI and more. So, hey, this is a good time for us to go here and do an ACD app. This is going to take some time, so I'm probably going to fast forward this part, but let's give it a trial while it's working. Okay, the deployment is done, and it took some time, but we have it complete here, and we can see here we have the amazing set of products, SQL, and store. This is the container apps that we are using. And if we go to OpenAI, here it is, and we open Azure AI Foundry, we are going to see the new GPT-5 mini deploy that we can even test here, and it's probably going to work. First time using, so it's going to take some time. Okay, perfect. So this is great. This is the application that we have in the past, and it's up and running right now. And hey, it's already deploying GPT-5.1, which is cool. But I think we can do more. And hey, we have our old code up and running, but there is a lot of new stuff in Aspire, and when we want to update that, one of the new cool things that we have here is that we have a new set of, basically a new way to interact with Azure AI Foundry, which I really, really like. So we can create a Foundry project and then add the deployments there. We can also use Foundry local. I'm going to do a scenario for this anytime soon. And we also have the chance to change the implementation. I already made the changes here. I didn't want to do this live, and this is kind of nice. Let's take a look how is the main project created here. So we are going to create a Foundry project that is going to be named Foundry, and then we are going to have GPT-5 mini and an ADA 002 to do the deployments, and that's it. This is what we need to do. It's literally, if I take a look here, let's make a comparison with the previous code, we can see that the amount of lines become from 10 to 3, which is really, really nice. On the client side, what I've done is I basically, let's go to the product API and open the program. It's the same here. We have the configuration here to read GPT-5 Mini and the name of the embedding models. And then I really love this. Select the client and then add chunk client and add embedding generator. That's it. Super nice, super simple. And then we avoid, in this one, I think we really save a lot of code here, because we have this builder at singleton, whatever, and now all of this became literally 2 lines of code, which are, once again, create the Foundry project first, and then the chat client and the embedding generator. Everything else is the same. I have here a couple of lines to validate the service provider, to validate the embedding generators and more, and it really works. And I also generate the new code with the APP, with the ACD infragent. And what I like here is that if we take a look, it changed the way that it's working. So in the main Bicep here, let's take a look at the difference here. In the main Bicep here, it created a new Foundry project. So we are not creating the isolated elements anymore. We are creating Foundry projects and then the Foundry roles and everything here. And internally, if we take a look here, we also have a Foundry Bicep, which is a new one that is going to create GPT-5 Mini and also the text embeddings, and we have also here the Foundry roles who are going to manage all of this. So I am going to deploy this once again to see how it works. The deployment is complete, and let's take a look at everything here. So we have everything that we need here, and hey, what I really like is that we have the Foundry project here, where we can take a look here. This is the project, and if we open this in the Foundry portal, it's a better experience. We are going to see that we have a name and we don't have API key because we are going to use managed identity. And here are seeing the models that we have deployed. We should have the 2 models that we define, which is GPT-5 Mini and text embedding. So, hey, this is super cool, up and running, everything updated. I need to check in my code. I need to commit my code and do everything here for deployment. And taking a look at the new stuff that we have here in Aspire 9.4 really makes everything easier to read, easier to code, and more. By the way, these libraries are in preview, but I'm expecting that they're going to be in a beta or in a stable release, anytime soon. I hope you like it. Take a look at the code. And that's it. Super simple. And again, take a look at the notes of the new Aspire 9.4 because it's super. There are a lot of things that we can do there. I just did the GPT-5 upgrade and the Foundry upgrade, but we can use GitHub models, secrets, and more. I am going to do a couple of videos to show in this scenario how we can take advantage of that features, the new stuff that we have there. I hope you like it. Remember, subscribe, like, and more. And hey, see you next one.